Hi, welcome to JSR DevOps with Ratna. In this video, I am going to demonstrate Headlamp. This is the agenda we are discussing, like what is Headlamp, why we are using Headlamp, prerequisites, install Headlamp using Helm, access Headlamp UI, demo. I will show you through practically how we can install, and finally concludes. Initially, what is the Headlamp? Headlamp is an open source Kubernetes web UI used to manage and monitor Kubernetes cluster easily. Instead of using only kubectl commands, Headlamp provides a graphical dashboard where DevOps engineers can view and control cluster resource visually. And why we use Headlamp? We use Headlamp to simply identify cluster management through a graphical and user-friendly interface. In real-time production environments, managing Kubernetes using only kubectl commands can be complex and time-consuming. Headlamp solves these problems by providing a web-based dashboard where DevOps engineers can visually monitor and control cluster resource. With Headlamp, we can easily view pods, nodes, deployments, services, and namespaces in one place. It helps in faster troubleshooting by allowing us to check logs, events, and resource status instantly without running multiple commands. Headlamp also support role-based access control, which makes it secure and suitable for enterprise environments. Another key advantage is that Headlamp works with any Kubernetes cluster, including Minikube, Amazon EKS, Azure AKS, and Google GKE. Overall, we use Headlamps to improve visibility, simplify operations, and manage Kubernetes cluster more efficiently through a powerful prerequisite. Before installing Headlamps on Kubernetes, we need to ensure a few important prerequisites are ready in our environment. First, we must have running Kubernetes cluster. This can be local setup like Minikube or a cloud-based cluster such as Amazon EKS, Azure AKS, or Google GKE. The cluster should be up and accessible. Second, kubectl must be installed and configured. Kubectl is the command line tool used to communicate with the Kubernetes cluster. We can verify this by running the command kubectl get nodes to ensure our cluster is connected. Third, Helm should be installed. Helm is a package manager for Kubernetes that helps us install application like Headlamp easily using Helm charts. We can confirm Helm install by running Helm version. Finally, we need to proper access permission to the cluster, preferably with admin or sufficient RBC permissions to install application in the Kubernetes environment. Once all the prerequisites are completed, we are ready to install Headlamp using Helm. Installation setup. In previously, I explained about how we can install Kubernetes using Vagrant and VirtualBox. Please go through it if you do not watch. Here, this is the official website Helm, how we can use it and how we can install Helm. In my case, I choose the different versions in the right side. Which version you have to install Helm? Please check it out. So in my case, I will install Helm in the Ubuntu Linux machine. I choose the operating is Linux Ubuntu. Here you can copy the commands, so it will useful to how we can installation. If you run all these commands, Helm will install in your machine. So initially, what will I do? So I will take simply run kubectl get nodes to identify whether nodes are running or not. So my master and worker node running successfully, so it is ready. Now I will create one file like by using touch command helm.sh. So here I will copy and paste this all the required commands to install Helm, and I use slash hash and bin bash scripting I created like this. Then after that you have to provide the permissions like chmod 777 and give Helm sh to execute the Helm shell. So just /helm.sh. So I updated, so it installed Helm in my machine. Just we need to check whether it is successfully installed or not. For that we can check Helm like version, and it will give the version v3.20 at current version is. Then after that Headlamp we have to install. This is the official website. Please go through it. Here you can choose where you have to install, like Windows, Linux. So in my case I choose Linux, and if you will scroll down, so it will give the commands to installation of Headlamp. So you can choose these commands and copy and run your local machine, like Kubernetes where you installed. So in my case I run these commands. Already I run this command, so for that reason it will show like that only. Now you can run another command, Helm install by my Headlamp. So we have to know these commands, we have to run. But so in my case I do not run these commands because I want to create like service account to access this one and cluster role binding. So you can check whether pod are running not by using kubectl command. Here my pod is run successfully. My Headlamp, see here, show running status only. After that you can run the command like kubectl get svc-n cube-system. So it will give the service. So here I will change service cluster IP, it will showing the type is. So I will edit this svc file by using kubectl edit svc, and my Headlamp cube-system, you have to mention like this. The namespace is cube-system. Here if you scroll down, insert, and if you scroll down, it will show the type cluster IP. Here I will change from cluster IP to node port and save and come out. And now you can check the service like port 30699. Just copy and to access the token, now you can use I have to create the service account for this API version v1 kind service account, Headlamp admin cube-system, and save and come out and apply kubectl apply-f headlamp-admin.yaml. so you can apply it. So it will create service account for this Headlamp, and as well as cluster role binding I need to create by using va headlamp-admin-binding.yaml. so here you can give the syntax like this. I'll keep this all the syntax in the description, please go through it. And you can save service account and cluster role binding I created for a service account. So subject, kind, name, namespace. So save and come out. Now you can apply by using kubectl apply. Apply-f and give the file binding, and it will create the cluster role binding. Now you can create token by using kubectl create token headlamp-admin-n cube-system. Copy this token and paste in the Headlamp. Here in the token we need to login and click login. So it will show all the relevant to the cluster, relevant to the commands like workload, storage, networking, and security, gateway, pods, deployments, stateful sets, daemons, and replicas, jobs, cron jobs, and how many deployments are running, how many replica sets are running. So it will show entire the system.